is a remarkable advancement, I feel. Already doing nauli, which is this. Let me just show one second. One second. Wait, lift up. Wait. Stop. Okay. So she is demarcating the center line. What meridian is that? Which meridian?
Meridian.
Which meridian? Kidney meridian?
This here, the Dantian.
Dantian. Okay, so where the fire goes, and the Dantian Granthi, basically the Muladhara Granthi, the base chakra knot, rises up using nauli, splitting the heart knot, the rotation of the stomach, the vertical rotation in the Hindu Kriya cleansing technique. But used properly, it can help dissolve the knots, the granthis, the heart granthi, and the brain granthi that you see in the Taoist sages, where it's raised because their brain hemisphere is split, just like the dolphins have naturally split brain hemisphere, one eye looking down under the water for sharks, and the other eye in REM, awake while asleep. And the yogi, or the Taoist master, creates this through rotational nauli, or the grace of God, rising the kundalini and separating the three granthis, the three knots. Kula kundalini, Shiva Shambhavi. Break through the granthis, rise to the sahasrar. This is like the chant of Nityananda when giving Shaktipat, Kundalini transmission, divine electricity transmission. So today, kind of a new addition is Master Chia's development of using meridian Chine San with electricity, with this machine he got from China that generates electricity through the therapist's hands. This is Kun Song. Say hello.
Hello.
And so I make a lot of noise so she knows, oh yeah, where to go. And then she can generate electricity. So for example, this morning, this is, I think, a tremendous advancement in flushing. This morning, I should have been doing malic acid or apple juice, but a glass of Epsom salts to dilate the liver, to release bile. Half an hour later, I did a coffee colonic, fully emptying the liver, the colon, the ileocecal valve, all the intestines. I did it for about half an hour, 2 rounds of coffee and water. Then I came in with niacin pulsing through my body, turning it red, it's kind of worn off. Then come in and getting Chine San on the table, but now electric Chine San, right? And this is with EDTA suppositories in the anus to flush out the heavy metals. Those were rolling all night, with functionalized silica from Chris Shade to absorb the mercury and lead and cadmium and whatever else it absorbs, and glutathione, liposomal glutathione. So now, which meridian is this?
Stomach.
Stomach?
Yes.
So it's the stomach meridian, and of course, shooting down the colon. And she's also stimulating the spleen, lang lang. So lang lang, and you can make the spleen sounds like exhale allows the spleen to empty, and then you visualize yellow light, heal the spleen with sunlight, the nurturing. The spleen is nurturing or worry, right? So worry, like abandonment issues, right? And you go through the creation cycle, which is the heart, love, compassion, the spleen, then the lungs, courage or fear, the spleen, so that's red, white for the lungs, yellow for the spleen, associated with planets as well. Bring these lights down to the navel. Master Chia taught me this the other day. This is fantastic. So you're bringing the elements down The next is the kidneys, the sound, kidneys, lang lang, more electricity. So that's blue to the below the navel, right? You're collecting them all in a bindu. A lot of information in here. Then, after the kidneys, and these are all in the creation cycle of seasons and planets, then comes lastly the liver. Show them the liver. So that's the liver itself. She's generating electricity through there. And it's green. It's compassion or anger. This is a big one for everybody, right? And the gallbladder. That's the gallbladder, where the bile ejects through the duodenum. I'm not sure where to the spleen.
This gallbladder.
But this is the gallbladder line?
Yes.
Okay, that's the gallbladder line, but this is the physical gallbladder. Oh wow, and it really... Ooh, the tendon is just like taut with electricity. So the liver is green, and you bring that down into the, right below the navel, 4 fingers below the navel. And with this energy bindu, you have the rainbow there. This is the beginning of the rainbow body. Then one puts it in a container, a geometric container, either a circle or you can figure it out because you have to feel it. By studying Nassim Harriman is a great way, and you eject it up and out into the emptiness of space. And this is the beginning of the ejection of the soul on an empty stomach. A yogi, knowing he's going to die, will stop eating 3 days before, urinate, defecate, and then be able to exit the prana, either out of the joint, heart, and crown chakra, or in the pineal. I mean, this is all at God's grace, whatever you're feeling. Yeah, look at this one. Going deep. Oh yeah, it's going right down the legs. You can see the electrodes on the legs. Ketri. And then if you're ambitious, you can lean over and turn the dial up. Can I do it?
Yeah,
No, this one. This one?
Volume.
9.
9.
Okay. And that turns it like that's full power.
Stop.
Because she feels everything that I feel. If I have a blockage, the electricity is creating more electrics, and she feels it. So it like
Too
hurt.
much.
So it hurts. It may hurt. Not hurt, but hurt.
Not hurt. This for the muscle. You so feel. For person, you feel. Sometimes for the finger, not good. This here very tight.
Oh, so she's
Not
saying...
control for the finger too much. You feel? Huh? For my finger. Too much.
So it's just like electricity. It's making her hand go. Now with all of this then loose, then again I'm going to go in for the second coffee colonic with niacin. Because it's my theory that the electricity has stimulated a release not only of all this lymphatic toxicity and fluids, but also she's working directly on the liver and the gallbladder to release bile. And this whole system, this whole circulating planetary orbit is cleansing through its microcosmic intestinal representation. Of course, the planets are in the spine, the chakras, but I believe they're also the organs and the intestines. which are meant to ingest light, not food. So part of breatharianism is emptying out and helping the organs shrink through. A true yogi will actually just suck up water and maybe even coffee through or herbs, ginger, turmeric. Wow. Oh, nice, good. Through the colon using nauli by squatting in a river or a tub, a modern yogi. But those who can't do nauli or open the anus, which is quite advanced. So that is an automatic movement of the leg from the electricity. And it's going right down those groin lymphatic muscles. Wow! Oh! So nice. Yeah. Oh, wow, okay.
Okay.
No, good. So these lymphatic fluids together with the heavy metal protocol of the glutathione and functionalized silica are circulating through, pushing metals into the intestines, and then we will go get this all out. Very nice. Wow. Circulating clockwise. Always clockwise. Yeah. Well, I think that's basically the lesson. Nice.
So good.
It's so good. But the nauli is, to me, this is just the nicest feeling of splitting the abdominis rectus when I help out by going into nauli. Now, Maharaji Budh Puri can move 1, 2, 3, well, 1, 2, I guess it looks like 3 sections of the stomach at once, with a clear demarcation in the middle, which becomes much thinner as the tendons of the abdominis rectus articulate themselves, and he's chubby. And of course, when this occurs, he can breathe in and out while doing nauli, and thereby accentuating the rotation. It's called nauli, the rotation, the vertical rotation of the abdominis rectus, accentuating it up to the heart and into the brain. And this is why he can go into samadhi.
So
Finish?
good.
Okay, fantastic. Now, next, into the colonic.